What's up? I'm going to walk you through some very quick, simple troubleshooting for garbage disposal. My garbage disposal's acted up on me a couple times now. I'm worried that it's probably at the end of its life. Your average garbage disposal, probably about 8 to 15 years before you have to replace it. I have a fairly large family, so we go through a lot more chow than the average family. I'm coming up on about 7 years, so more than likely I'm probably there already. But before you panic, before you call a professional, before you try to get somebody to come take a look at it, I'm going to show you just a couple of basic things you can check yourselves that might save you a little bit of money and save you having to pull somebody else in to take a look at your problem. So step number one, you flip the switch and you listen for a buzzing sound. If you hear a buzzing sound, it's a good sign. It means that the motor is attempting to turn and there's probably something jammed inside of it. If you flip the switch and you hear nothing, it could be that the safety has triggered on the garbage disposal. That or your breaker in your garage is triggered. Really? Come on, Rafiki, get out of there. Alright, so in here is your garbage disposal. Get out of the way. So when you flip the switch, if you're getting no sound out of the garbage disposal, like no humming, no nothing like that, before you check the breaker outside, you can check the breaker on the side of your garbage disposal. Every model is a little different, but there should be a button that you can push, and this button's actually on the side over here. If you push that button, it'll actually reset it. Then when you go to flip the switch, you should hear at least a humming sound coming from it. And that humming sound is good. It actually means that there's probably something jammed in there that's preventing the motor from turning. So go ahead and give that a shot. And if you get the humming, we'll move on to the next step. So once you get that hum or that buzz from the garbage disposal, we now know that there's something jammed inside of it. So the next step is we're going to actually go inside, we'll look inside the garbage disposal and see if we can actually see anything jammed in there. I've actually had this happen before where I've pulled out a twisty tie, I've pulled out a piece of chicken bone, I've pulled out a piece of silverware, so it could be anything jammed in there, so let's go ahead and take a look. This step is kind of gross. You're going to pull out this rubber stopper with all the slime underneath it and take a flashlight. You're going to look around the edges. The way the garbage disposal works is there's kind of an opening along the outer edges, and you're going to look for something that's jammed into those areas out there. And if you see it in there, you could use a pair of needle nose pliers, or you could use some tongs if you have some laying around the kitchen to pull it out. I wouldn't recommend putting your hands in there even if it's powered off. So after checking inside the garbage disposal, if you're not seeing any debris along the edges, there's nothing you can see in there, the next thing you can try is to actually turn the wheel that's in there. My garbage disposal doesn't have this feature, but on some of the nicer, more expensive garbage disposals, there's actually a nut on the bottom. If you put a ratchet in there, you can actually turn it, and it'll actually help you dislodge whatever is jammed in the edges. So if you don't see anything, go ahead and give that a shot, see if that'll dislodge the issue, and then repeat the process. Unfortunately for me, since my garbage disposal doesn't have the nut, I don't see anything lodged in there, and I can't get it to turn, I'm going to have to replace that garbage disposal. So look forward to another video where I show you how to do that yourself.